Just got done with the task force on tax credits and incentives, which you are a part of, and approved a final report. Without going into great detail, what are the main focuses of that report that you're going to be giving to other legislators?
Well, as I stated today in our meeting where we just had some opening statements and closing statements, I really do want to commend Representative Dank. We came in together in regards to when we were first elected, and he is just truly has always been one to talk about the tax credits and all of them. And he finally got this committee together, and as the AB chairman, I've served on this committee, and I have been very supportive, and I've tried to keep an open mind throughout. But saying all that, I want to make it clear I am absolutely 100% about bringing jobs to Oklahoma, supporting businesses in Oklahoma, those that are already here, and by all means trying to create an environment to come to Oklahoma and relocate or to develop your company, start your company. And we have these many and numerous tax policies and tax credits that we have for economic development. And the more I have served on this committee and the more I have dug into this, there is no question that I think it is time that we review what our practice has been and what we're doing in the state legislature. I've voted on numerous and many of these particular incentives. We have also and when I say that we want to review them, to talk about are we getting what we want from these programs, and we haven't had an ongoing process to review that and talk about that. I personally believe that we need to have that, and the reason why I personally believe this is I represent 37,000 taxpayers in District 11, and then you multiply that or add it up. At the end of the day, there's 3.7 million people that live in Oklahoma that I think that they expect us to find out exactly where, I say find out, to review and make sure that their tax dollars are being spent wisely. So I think that is the whole essence of what we have just gone through. There are numerous tax credits that I will continue to be very supportive of. One is the Quality Jobs Act. I mean, I would fight with tooth and toenail to save that particular program. And we know what it's done. It's being tracked. There's end results in regards to the jobs that it has created. And then we have others that have helped start up capitalists that start companies, and some of that money has stayed in Oklahoma. Some of it has gone to other states. And you can have that debate. Do we if we're going to use Oklahoma tax dollars, should it be utilized in another state, in another area of the nation? I just think we need to have that debate, and that's just very quickly just one or two in essence of what we're trying to look at. And so we've made the recommendations. They're very broad, but then again, they're very specific. But to tell you under each one we have 14 points, no, we don't, okay? But we do have them very broad and specific enough that what we're saying is that we want transparency, that you now have to have our approval instead of just coming in and say, hey, I want to do this, but they got to come in with a plan. This is what I want, why I want the money. This is what I'm going to do with the money. These are the jobs it's going to create. This is how it will enhance my company. I just think those are good, honest, understandable expectations if you're going to ask for the people of Oklahoma's tax dollars to reinforce what you're trying to do to create your job. If it creates the job, if it enhances the company, you won't have a bigger champion than Earl Sears fighting in your corner for you.
Do you think at the end of the day, will there be specific tax credits that are eliminated in this coming session, or do you think there will be more of a process put in place and sunset so that at some point in the future they will be reviewed?
Great question. I really think some will be eliminated, but then on the same token, to tell you that I have a list of them today, I don't. But I do believe whether we eliminate one, there will definitely be a sunset provision put in place that they will be sunsetted, where again they have to come back in and ask under the new criteria and the guidelines that we have put forth. Okay. Now, I've said we'll end or sunset. Now remember, you were in the room, and I'll say it again. I made a statement in my closing statement that I'm very supportive, and basically what I've just said to you, and I ended my statement with and said, I'm glad I was part of this, and let's let the battle begin. I came back in about 7 minutes later and because I try to be a positive individual. I don't like to live in a negative world, knowing that there's negative things out there, but I came back in to put the positive spin to simply say, well, I want to drop that word, and I'm really being humorous, but to say, let's let the debate begin. Now, I say all that to make this point. No, there is no question in my mind this is going to be an uphill battle, because there are members that believe that some of these need to stay in place, that they are a benefit to their particular district, and absolutely, they represent that district. They're going to fight the good fight. So when I say we're going to do away with some or we're going to do sunset, I'm getting the cart before the horse. You got to get the bill, you got to get it through committee, it's got to come to the floor, and it's got to pass the floor and the governor's signer. And I'm telling you, along the way, it's going to be a process, and I think it's going to be an uphill battle.